Love and peace and happiness. Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message for the Virgo energies. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box and on the website. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. The following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by Spirit. With a dried flower fairy with sweet memories. Okay, card number 11. And at the bottom of the deck is the snow angel. The signs are with you already. Card number 4. I heard you've been asking for signs, but you've already got the signs. You've been given the signs multiple times. I hear, and you keep asking for the signs. I hear the signs are in the memories, but let's see the message of the dried flower fairy. Card number 11. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun, and uplifting times in your life. The kind that have no great significance historically, but in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference in someone else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honoring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweet memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved. And that transcendent feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. Um, there was a series I watched on TV, and the girl talked about, I know she had some difficult chores to complete. And so she said, I knew that if I could just do it for one more minute, I'd be all right. And then once that minute was done, I'd just tell myself I could do it for one more minute. So there's this energy of, instead of trying to look at the entire task, look at it one section at a time. Maybe it's just 1 minute at a time. Okay. There are memories of better times that can help take your mind anywhere you want it to be. So choose that carefully. You have the power of the mind, regardless of what the body is doing. The mind can go anywhere it wants to be. They're saying you may be in a place where it's challenging right now, okay, and you've been looking for signs, and some of the signs that are coming to you are coming to you through your own memories. They're telling you to remember the good times, remember how things that were difficult ended before, and that will help you at this time to move forward into something even better, more peaceful, more happier. What else do we have for you from the journey of love? At the bottom of the deck, we have fire and ice, hot and cold, baby, and they're showing me steel knives, steel swords, steel tools. They have to take it and put it in the ice. They have to take it and put it in the heat. Then they bang on it some to give it its form. But this is what creates steel in its strength. Steel, stainless, sanitizable, long lasting, able to be sharpened and hold its form. Okay. So this is about sharpening you up, holding your form, and for you to get the form that you are looking for, that you came here to become, requires the heat and the cold, the fire and the ice, the contrasting of these different situations. So there's all sorts of life experiences that you can reflect upon. They're asking you at this time, while you're in the fire, to reflect on the ice, or vice versa. Okay. But they're saying, remembering the good times. I heard Al Green came through real quick. He said, for the good times. Okay. Remembering the good times will be beneficial for you during this time of challenge. Okay. And we have devotion to the small. Card number 32. blossoming, gratitude, and surrender. Where you're at is a place where you need to be. There's a need to surrender to where you're at because it's a place where you need to be. If you didn't need to be there, your soul wouldn't have you there, but it's there for a reason. Okay, pay attention to the details, the things that you can do now, taking care of little things. They saying the beach is made up of millions and billions of grains of sand, and it makes a whole beach. So the more you pay attention to the little things, you add to the big things. And again, they're showing me the minute. If all you can get through, if all you can focus on is the next minute, don't worry. Those minutes add up into hours, days, weeks, and years, and then decades of life, of experience. Okay. They're saying you can sift through all of them. I'm seeing like a turning the pages in a book. You can sift through all the minutes that you've lived and focus upon the beautiful ones. I saw somebody's TikTok. This person is a Virgo. You know if I'm talking about you. This TikTok, this person was talking about wondering if there's anyone else that just sits there and focuses on problems. A bunch of people do. Does that mean it's beneficial for you? Not at all. As a matter of fact, this is a reminder, this message is a reminder that it's more beneficial for you to focus on the good times, on the beautiful things. Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about everyone else. It needs to be on what was your good times. Focus there. You could bring more energy of good times into your life the more you focus upon the good times that you've had. Okay. They say you can bring more good times into your life by focusing on how there was an ending to the bad in the past. It's always happened. Something happens and then it changes. Okay. From the Sacred Traveler Oracle, we have the view from above. Get the big picture. The whole life experience is made up of a bunch of little tiny moments, fleeting moments, moments that come and they go, but you can draw upon the energy of them as much as you want to deep in your soul. Okay, in your consciousness, bring it forward. The fogged in, go slow, take time. Okay, there's a situation that is taking more time than you would actually like it to, but the time is necessary for you. I'm hearing the time is necessary for you because where you're at is perfect. Something you would like it to be resolved now, I'm hearing, but it's going to be resolved in the perfect timing, in the perfect way. Pay attention to the more things that you have to be gratitude oriented for about today, about this moment. Where are the beautiful things? Where are your precious moments? They're showing me the dolls of the precious moments creators. Yes, precious moments. The books, the dolls, the little images that they create. Okay, precious moments create images in your mind. They create an energy within you. You can focus on them if you choose to get your mind in alignment. I hear if you choose to get your mind in alignment, it's a choice. They're saying it is a choice. Yes. All right, let's see what else for this Virgo energy. Any birth chart position, or if you're cross watching, if you just like watching all the videos that I produce, what do you have? You have the Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. You can make magic out of anything you've been given. Something is not the way you want it. Use the energy of what it is to redirect your focus to what you would choose. Create the image of the movie in your mind. Let that play out. You have this ability, this magical power to prophesy a new experience in your life. Love and peace and happiness. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. They say you have this opportunity. There's something in your life that's not exactly as you would prefer it to be. It is a catalyst. It's an opportunity for you to redirect your energy and what you prefer to see. But you got to grow it. You got to grow it. And then it shows up in your physical experience. What is your desire? Your desire is, we have the Eight of Wands. Light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. You want community. You want love and action. You want to make change. You want to progress. You want to communicate. I heard more effectively. Okay. Eight of Wands. You want to take action. You want your arrows to land. In other words, you want to see the realization of the things that you visualized. Okay. Let's see what you're doing. The Broom. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Death card energy. You're transforming. You're cleaning out the old energy to bring in the new. Anywhere where you got stagnant energy just sitting around you, it's time to make a move. It's time to clean it up. Yes, even cleaning up your space. What you got in that junk drawer that you ain't touched in years, throw it away. What you got that you've been holding on to that's broken, damaged, and you can't even use it no more, get rid of it. Move it out of your physical space. What do you have in your soul that feels like junk that hasn't been used in years? Release it. Give it back to the universe. They say write it down on a piece of paper, tear it up, and flush it down the toilet because you know the shit you flush never comes back, right? So yeah, that. energy. Let me see how you're feeling. What's going on in your heart chakra? And we have the Emperor. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. I heard you feeling the weight of the responsibility. You're feeling like you need to get organized. You're feeling like you need to take control. You're feeling like you need to boss up. You're feeling like I got the power. Yeah. Love and peace and happiness. You're feeling like you have some kind of control. You feel like you have the say so. What you talking about? You're talking about justice. I heard getting what you need, getting what you want, getting what you deserve. It says stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. Remember who you are. Remember what you deserve. Remember what you came here for. Remember you. Stop putting yourself aside and remembering everybody else, and remember you. Yes, if everyone else is you and you are everyone and you are part of the all that is, the best thing you can do for them is take care of you. By taking care of you, by extension, energetically, you take care of them. What's best for you is also best for them. Interesting the way that works. If you didn't grasp that, rewind it, hear it again a few more times. You might need to listen to this reading several more times. You might need to save the link and come back to it over and over again, because this is the motivation that you need as your day begins. What do you know? What do you know? Is the Nine of Cups. Live in a constant state of gratitude. You know the power of gratitude, so don't let your mind get away from you in thoughts that are confusing, that are fogged in. Remember that you're making progress. Give yourself the recognition for what you have accomplished. Remember that you are blessed. Remember that you are chosen. Remember that you are under God's grace and you're protected in every time and space and dimension. Yes, what you're going to learn in this is the Seven of Wands. Witches should hold other witches accountable. Everybody's accountable for their actions, not only them, but you too. What have you been devoting yourself to? Is it something that you wanted to be devoted to, that you want to be devoted to? Is it something that aligns with you? The Ace of Pentacles. Have you been devoted to your own soul? They said God's first gift to you was your own soul, was your own life. If you honor that, all else is honored in that. And when you don't, the divine is disrespected in it. You don't want to be the disrespecter of the divine in your life. You don't want to be the reason why there is confusion about your blessed state of being, is what I just heard. You have a blessed state of being. You need to remember that. You need to hold yourself accountable for staying in gratitude and remembering that you're in a blessed state of being. Nobody else is going to remember it for you. Nobody else is going to hold that position for you. Nobody else is going to be able to take your mind into the beautiful places to remember how beautiful and blessed you are, highly favored and highly blessed under God's grace. Nobody else can do that for you. Only you can do that for yourself. Stop looking at somebody else to remind you of how fantastic you are. As a matter of fact, in this physical reality, as you come into more accountability to your own authenticity, you're going to find that other people step up to try to block you from that awareness. You're going to find the resistance. Yes, when you upgrade your programming, the old programming will try to fight you as though you were a virus in the system, when in reality you have the power to overcome any old programming. The new programming will always be challenged by the old programming. Your new programming is this: I am blessed, safe, and protected. I am prosperous. I am beautiful. I am happy. I am healthy. I am blessed. Okay, you are all of that. You are rich. You are that bitch. Okay, and the old programming that says you're not good enough, you're unwanted, you're unloved, all that old programming will challenge this new programming. So expect that, and when it comes up, realize it for what it is. Oh, this is just old programming trying to knock the new energies. Okay, but I'm new energies, and this is what I do please. Okay, this is what pleases me, and this is what I do. I do what I please. Okay, I do what pleases me. Okay, let's see what else we have for you from the Kabbalah Sacred Tree of Life Oracle. In what you have with the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, as you nurture this new self-identity, we have the actor. Okay, you have to put it on like an actor puts on a character. Put on the new character, put on your new energy, put on your new identity, put on your new life. I heard put it on yourself, and then the rest of it will show up. I heard put it on yourself, and then the rest of it will show up. What's your desire is the sleeper. Okay, Eight of Wands, a sleeper. You know you want to wake up some energies in your life. You want to wake up some energies that have been dormant. Okay, there's opportunity here, but it's been dormant. It hasn't been activated. You haven't focused upon it. You haven't put your emotional energy into it. Okay, but you want to wake up the dream. You want to wake up this being that you are, your shining star. What is your course of action? What are you doing? The drunkard. Okay, listen, you could be going through a lot of emotions. You can be drowning in the old energy. The old energy feels like it's intoxicating. Yes, it does, because it's familiar. It's time to create the new energy. This is why the actor energy came out. Okay, so how are you feeling in this? We have the well. You know, there's deep resources for you to draw on, okay, with this emperor energy. And we have the applause. You're proud of yourself. That's a good thing. That's a good place to be. And we have the audience. You know that the spirit realm is watching you, even if you can't see them. That card came out face down. It said, even if you can't see them, you know that you're being watched. You know that you're being protected. Let me see what you're talking about with justice over here. What you're talking about in this energy. You have the victor. You're talking about your successes from, you're no longer a victim, baby. Maybe you used to be a victim, but that was part of the old energy. Now you're the victor. You're the winner. You're the one that comes out on top triumphant, baby. Yes. Keep talking about all of that. Okay, how you won over the karmic cycles, over the old energies, over the old self. How you used to beat yourself down, but now you lift yourself up. Yes, let me see what you know in this. What do you already know with that Nine of Cups? Gratitude is the attitude that gives you more to be grateful for. You know that it's about you, how you feel. You know that you have the ability to materialize from this feeling place, and so you're doing everything you can to sit in the energy of God's grace, I heard, and the witness. You know that you're providing a great testimony. Your life is a testimony. Hello. Love and peace and happiness. Your life is a testimony how somebody can rise from beneath the rock in a hard place and grow and give fruit and become something more beautiful than anybody ever known. And then the rock and the hard place that you grew in between of where your roots come from makes you stand out even more, makes you that much more beautiful in a place where they say you couldn't grow. Okay, you couldn't do this. And what you're going to learn in this is the uprooted. Ha! Interesting, with the Seven of Wands. Yeah. You what you're learning in this is there's certain things that need to be uprooted, because it's like weeds. It's just not growing anything beautiful. The test is at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is testing. I heard your self-awareness. This is testing how you would honor the divine in you that must come through. Okay, this is a test of how you will stay in your character that you've decided to come in to be when anything comes up to provide you the resistance for you to grow through. Can you see? Okay, let's see what else we have in this Virgo energy for you. What do you have? From the OG Words of Clarity original, we have growth. You have a lot of growth, baby. And they're showing me again that beautiful flower that grows from between a rock and a hard place, a place where they said you could never grow from. Okay, let me see what your desire is. Anger in reverse. I don't want to be mad. Okay, what you desire is ignoring. You want to learn how to ignore certain things that will invoke your anger, because you don't want to be angry about where you're at. You just want to be in joy. Okay, you just have to choose this. And remember, when you choose this, anything that would try to provoke you out of that is going to come up. Other people are going to say things, do things. Life is going to happen. And guess what? This is because you decided you didn't want to be angry no more. That's okay. You have to have that gem in order to put it into practice. You got to remember that none of this matters unless you make it matter. And that everything that you see with your physical eyes is the physical dump that yesterday's point of focus, yesterday's feeling, yesterday's intention, yesterday's thoughts and desires and focus created as a result. This is the leftovers. What you're looking at with your physical eyes is the leftovers. So we don't look at the leftovers and let that create more of that for the next day that we have in store. Rather, we look at the physical results of what the earlier energies produced, and we give gratitude for it. I'm so thankful and grateful for the shit that was handed, because it showed me where my point of focus was off. And now I can redirect that energy into I am healthy, I am happy, I am blessed. Okay, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am loved, I am respected, I am protected, I am honored. Yes. Okay, let me see what you're doing in this. What you're doing in this, because you don't want to be angry no more. You want to ignore things that would piss you off. That's okay, because you know what? Energy and scientific experiments prove that what you ignore, it dies, it putrefies. So what you're doing in this reciprocation, reciprocation, you're giving back what you get. If you're not getting much, you're not giving it. Obligation, you're also standing up for yourself in the place where if you're giving, you better be getting, and you're making sure that that is followed through with. And anywhere it's not following through with, you're holding people accountable, as it came out. Expansion, because you want more. Okay. And stability, you know that you can't stabilize your external world unless you stabilize your internal self. Yes. So you're doing that in positivity. You're looking on the bright side. No matter what's going on, you're looking at the bright side of things, on the be right side of things. How is the be right side of things looking for me today? Let me see in the feeling space what you have in the feeling space. Okay, we have variety. There's all sorts of different energies for you to focus on, all kinds of different feelings, positioning, paying attention to where you position yourself in your blessings. Hello. And holding on to those boundaries. Yes, you have to have fair boundaries to protect your blessings. Okay, boundaries in the physical, in the mental, with yourself. So many times people just think about boundaries as the other person, but in regards to self, you need to have boundaries with yourself, where you allow your mind to wander to, where you allow your emotions to wander off to. What you talking about? Angel number 1101, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. It's a powerful time of personal development, spiritual awakening, and enlightenment. You're attracting abundance and positive energies through focus on your soul mission and your life purpose. Yes, coming out with the victor. You're winning, baby. You're in your power, your strength. Okay. It's not over for you with the deceased. You're listening. Okay. Because you already materialized it, and now your life is calling you to it. So you're listening to your intuitive voice, to your own intuition. You know that it's calling you for the creations that have power to materialize at this time. Your point of focus is everything, because from there you're creating the physical reality that tomorrow sees, that later this afternoon sees, that later this evening sees, that you see in the coming moments, minutes, hours, days, weeks, years, months, decades. Okay, let me see what you're knowing in this. With that Nine of Cups and the Witness, clarity. You have received some clarity, and you know that there's room for more clarity. Okay, intend. You know that you've got to be clear about your intentions. Where is your life going? What are you going to be living? Can you see the movie, the replay of the movie of when that happened in your own mind? Can you feel the joy about how every step was necessary for you to live that moment? Let me see what you're going to learn in this. What do you learn in this? Where there's accountability, and people have to be accountable for their actions, as do you. Accountability is precious. Okay, everybody has to answer for their actions, as do you. This is precious. Okay, it requires you to step out of your comfort zone to accomplish your goals with angel number 611. Yeah, you got to focus on your personal spirituality and life purpose. Yes, you got to energetically align your life. Anywhere where you're holding on to stagnant energy, this works against the energetic alignment that you choose for yourself. You see, love and peace and happiness. Yes, you want to focus on a positive attitude and environment. Anything that's not allowing that, I see you uprooting it, because your life is precious. Your experience is precious. It's important for you to live life in an energy that feels aligned for you. And anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes. And it's done. All right, let's see from the God deck, what's the divine perspective on this situation? What you have is the Ace of Cups, baby. You got self-love. You got enough self-love to get you through the day, through the minute, through the day, through the week, through the months, through the year, okay, through your life. What is the desire? The Hermit. You don't want to feel alone. You want to come out of your comfort zone. You want to do something different so you could have something different, okay? So from the divine perspective, again, what you're doing, 9 of Wands, you're taking the skills of every difficult situation you've ever had, putting it to use. It's a tool in your toolbox. What you gonna do with it, okay? And then God said, I could give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? Love and peace and happiness. Yes, what are you going to create with the challenges that come your way? Let me see in the feeling space from the divine perspective for this Virgo energy. It says 3 of Wands in reverse. So Spirit is saying, God is saying, universe is saying, listen, baby, your higher self, your future self is saying, there's somewhere where in your own feelings, you keep on feeling like nothing's going to get better. address that. Where is this idea that nothing gets better? That's why they want you to look at the good memories, because this idea that nothing gets better is not the powerful point of focus for you. It is going to create a lot for you. It's just not what you want to see. What you want to see is how things get better, how things improve, how things magically and miraculously occur for you. Okay, so in order to attract more of that, in order to bring it into reality, you're going to have to focus there. Take your mind to that place, because your mind is creating the movie of your life. Okay, let's see what you're talking about from the divine perspective. What you talking about? What you talking about from the divine perspective? What Virgo talking about from the divine perspective? The Nine of Pentacles. I just want to be independent. I just want to be on my own. I don't want to be in this energy no more. Sometimes I just want to be alone. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. And listen, Spirit is saying, listen, baby, everything you're talking about, this independence, doing it on your own, you already have it available. But where have you not been allowing yourself to experience it? Where have you been making the excuse for somebody else more important than your own feeling, than your own goal? Let me see what you know in this from the divine perspective. The Six of Swords. You know that there's an easier way to do things. You know that peace is important. You know you got to protect your peace, and you know what you need to move on from in order to do so. You know that you've had a lot of difficult times in the past, but all that stuff is gone. It did not last. And so the divine lustrous God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, now reminding you that all this too shall pass. Okay, your powerful point of focus could add wind into the sails of the ship that is taking you into the calmer waters. Okay, let me see what you will learn in this from the divine perspective. Is the Three of Pentacles. Being cooperative with the experience that you have instead of resisting the experience you have, because the experience you have was brought to you for a perfect reason, for this perfect season. Yeah, Six of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, God, universe, higher self, future self, saying you are already a winner. You are already victorious. You've overcome so much. Keep on focusing on your successes. Yes. Love and peace and happiness. You focus on a lot of things that haven't been working lately. They're saying focus on your successes. This brings more successes. You have so much to be in gratitude for, about yourself, about what you've accomplished, about who you've become, about what you've come through, that if you would focus there, it would bring you more of that in these other areas that have caused you stress. So who else sits around and just thinks about their problems all day? Anybody that doesn't realize that, baby, that don't bring you anything you want anyway. That's who does that. The ones that realize that what they really want is not in that energy will choose to focus differently. They'll choose the happy moments. They'll choose to focus on their successes. They'll choose to remember that, yeah, I had difficult times before, but I also remember how I got out of the storm that had presented itself at that time. They'll be ones who will choose to focus on things have gotten better from that time. So, of course, things will get better in this time. And you know what? This is what that might look like. I'm going to go ahead and daydream a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and fantasize a little bit. I'm going to use my imagination to show the universe what I choose to unfold for me, to show the things that I'm grateful for, filled with gratitude of. What do I have happening right now? Although that thing that I don't want more of, that isn't working out the way I want it to, does exist right now, I have all these other things that I haven't looked at, which I can be grateful for. I have all these opportunities to look at this other thing, that other thing, the other thing, that other thing. There's so many other things I could look at that I am actually grateful for. If I would choose to redirect my focus there, if I would choose to redirect my energy there, then even universal law and quantum mechanics shows that I will attract more things that I'm grateful for. So I've been wasting my time by sitting here being angry and sitting here whining. Instead, I'm going to focus on the things where I've had success, the things where I know I'm right now blessed, the things that I appreciate and I want more of in my life, instead of looking at this thing that causes me stress and strife. I'm going to give you a yes or no answer to your yes or no question right now. I've been shuffling up these cards. So formulate your yes or no question. Your soul team is assisting you in formulating that perfectly so you get your perfect answer. For those who want personal readings, look below the video or on the website for guidance on that. I do have time in my schedule available for you. And either way, we're so thankful and grateful for all the growth on the channel. This channel is ours. This is for us to receive our spiritual guidance messages and the encouragement, empowerment of our divine, authentic nature, which is what we all are, because the more empowered one is, we rise and fall together, but we rise and rise together. Hello. So if we see an ace, that's a clear and specific yes. If we do not, that's a clear and specific no. The ace must come out within 13 cards or less, and or at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we have. Is it yes or no? Okay, starting out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Bottom of the deck, no is the answer. We had 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to give an explanation, but the cards that came out for your no answer was 7 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 2 of Wands, 4 of Swords, Emperor, 2 of Pentacles, Justice, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Swords, 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Love and peace and happiness. I'm so thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.